What is up, guys? You already know we're always down for an adventure. And this time, we're about to drop some serious knowledge about the dopest country ever, Japan. Get ready to dive into a world of ancient temples, crazy technology, and the most delicious food you've ever tasted, because we're about to break down the top 8 things you absolutely have to see when you visit Japan. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. First up, let's talk about Japan, the land of the rising sun. This place is a wild mix of ancient traditions and futuristic vibes. We're talking robots serving you ramen, guys. Ramen. And don't even get me started on the culture. It's all about respect, honor, and some seriously next-level politeness. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready for a wild ride through the best of Japan. It's going to be epic.
All right, let's kick things off with the OG Japanese landmark, Mount Fuji. This majestic beast of a mountain is seriously iconic. It's like the Empire State Building of Japan, but, you know, way more impressive. This bad boy is a whopping 12,388 feet tall. That's like stacking 12 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. Seriously, you can see this thing from miles away. You know I love a good view, and trust me, the view from the top of Mount Fuji? Legendary. You're literally above the clouds, looking down on the world. It's like being in a plane, but you climb there yourself. But listen, if you want to conquer this beast, you gotta plan it right. The official climbing season is only from July to September. Trust me, you don't want to mess with Mount Fuji outside of those months. Now I know what you're thinking, that's a long climb. Don't worry, they've got these little rest stations along the way. You can grab some snacks, catch your breath, and soak in the scenery. Oh, and speaking of snacks, make sure to try the Fujiyama-shaped cookies. They're delicious and make the perfect souvenir.
All right, from the peak of Mount Fuji, we're heading straight into the heart of Tokyo, baby. And what better way to experience the city than from above? Enter Tokyo Tower. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, that looks kind of familiar. Yeah, you're not wrong. Tokyo Tower is like the Eiffel Tower's cooler, slightly shorter cousin. But don't let that fool you. This tower is still a behemoth. We're talking 1,092 feet of pure steel towering over the city. The views? Outrageous. They've got these awesome observation decks where you can see the entire city sprawled out before you. Seriously, it's like looking at a real-life map, but way more colorful and exciting. And if you're feeling brave, they even have a glass floor section where you can see straight down to the streets below. I'm not going to lie, it's a little freaky, but hey, you only live once, right? Plus, at night, Tokyo Tower lights up like a Christmas tree. We're talking thousands of LED lights, changing colors and putting on a show. It's the perfect way to end a day of exploring Tokyo. Hold up, guys. We're hitting the brakes on the modern vibes for a second and taking it way, way back to ancient Japan. We're talking about Kyoto, the cultural heart of the country. Now, Kyoto is known for a lot of things, but the temples? Next level. We're talking thousands of temples, each one more beautiful and awe-inspiring than the last. But there's one temple you absolutely have to see, Kinkakuji, also known as the Golden Pavilion. And yeah, the name kind of gives it away, but this thing is literally covered in gold leaf. It's blinged out. Imagine this, a serene lake, perfectly manicured gardens, and rising up from it all is a golden temple, shimmering in the sunlight. It's like something out of a movie, but it's real. But it's not just about the gold, guys. Kinkakuji represents Zen Buddhism, which is all about finding inner peace and harmony. You can feel that tranquility the moment you step onto the grounds. It's like a spiritual reset button.
All right, guys, this next one is a little different. It's not all fun and games, but it's important. We're heading to Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, a place that stands as a stark reminder of the horrors of war and the importance of peace. Now, I know history can be a downer, but trust me on this one. This park is incredibly moving and powerful. It's dedicated to the victims of the atomic bombing of Hiroshima in 1945. Walking through the park, you'll see the ruins of the Genbaku Dome, one of the few buildings left standing near the hypocenter of the explosion. It's a chilling reminder of the destructive power of war. But the park is also a symbol of hope and resilience. It's filled with memorials, museums, and stories of survival, reminding us of the importance of peace and the need to learn from the past. The Children's Peace Monument, with its thousands of origami cranes, is especially moving. It's a testament to the innocent lives lost and a symbol of hope for a more peaceful future. Visiting Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park is a profound experience that stays with you long after you leave. All right, guys, let's switch gears and head to Osaka, Japan's second-largest city. And trust me, Osaka does not disappoint, especially when it comes to Osaka Castle. This place is like something straight out of a samurai movie. It's massive, with towering walls, intricate gates, and this beautiful green roof that just pops against the sky. Now, Osaka Castle has a bit of a wild past. It's been destroyed and rebuilt several times throughout history, but that just adds to its charm, you know? It's a survivor. Inside the castle, you can explore the museum, which is filled with samurai armor, weapons, and artifacts from the castle's history. You can practically feel the samurai spirit. But the real magic happens when you climb to the top floor of the castle. We're talking panoramic views of Osaka that will blow your mind. You can see the entire city, from the bustling streets to the mountains in the distance. Oh, and make sure to check out the surrounding park, especially during cherry blossom season. It's like a pink and white wonderland, perfect for a romantic stroll or just a chill afternoon with friends.
Chapter 6, Nara Deer Park. They bow back? Okay guys, get ready for the cutest chapter yet. We're heading to Nara, home of the famous bowing deer. Seriously, you haven't lived until you've had a deer bow to you. It's the most polite wildlife encounter you'll ever have. Nara Deer Park is like deer heaven. It's this massive park filled with temples, shrines, and over 1,200 wild deer roaming free. And these aren't your average skittish deer, guys. These deer are practically celebrities. They're used to humans, so they'll come right up to you, hoping for a snack. But here's the thing, you gotta earn their respect. You can buy these special deer crackers from vendors around the park. And if you bow to the deer while holding the cracker, they'll bow back to you before snatching the treat. It's hilarious and adorable, and you gotta see it to believe it. But it's not just about the deer, guys. Nara is also home to Tadaiji Temple, which houses one of the largest bronze Buddha statues in the world. It's seriously impressive and worth a visit while you're in the park.
Chapter 8, Shibuya Crossing, the world's busiest intersection. All right, buckle up because we're about to experience sensory overload in the best way possible. We're heading to Tokyo's Shibuya Crossing, the busiest intersection in the world. Imagine this. The crosswalk lights turn red, and suddenly, it's like the entire population of a small city is unleashed. People are crossing from every direction, weaving in and out of each other, and somehow, it all works perfectly. It's like a perfectly choreographed dance of chaos. Standing in the middle of Shibuya Crossing is an experience like no other. You're surrounded by giant video screens, flashing lights, music blasting from every direction, and the energy of thousands of people. It's overwhelming in the best way possible. And the best part? You can experience it from above. There are tons of cafes and restaurants with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the crossing. Grab a coffee, sit back, and watch the human show unfold below. Oh, and if you're a shopping addict, Shibuya is the place to be. It's a fashion paradise, with everything from high-end boutiques to quirky vintage shops. Just be prepared to battle the crowds. It's an adventure you won't forget. And don't forget to visit at night when the neon lights make it even more magical. Chapter 8, Himeji Castle. The White Heron takes flight. Alright guys, we're ending this epic Japanese adventure with a bang. Get ready to be transported back in time to feudal Japan at Himeji Castle, also known as the White Heron Castle. And trust me, this place lives up to the hype. Himeji Castle is like the Cape Middleton of Japanese castles. Elegant, stunning, and instantly recognizable. It's this massive white complex with these graceful, swooping roofs that resemble a heron taking flight. Hence the nickname. This castle is seriously old school, guys. We're talking 14th century. It's one of the best preserved castles in Japan, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so you know it's legit. Walking through the castle grounds is like stepping back in time. You can explore the maze-like corridors, climb the steep staircases, and imagine what life was like for the samurai who once guarded this place. But the real highlight is the view from the top floor of the main keep. You get this incredible panoramic view of Himeji City and the surrounding mountains. It's the perfect way to end your Japanese adventure. Outro. See ya later, Japan. So there you have it, guys. The top 8 must-see things in Japan. From ancient temples and towering castles to bustling city streets and peaceful parks, Japan has something for everyone. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming adventures. And let me know in the comments below. Where should we go next? We're always down for a new adventure.